Hello, students. Welcome to another virtual class of the Indian Constitution. So, we discussed in the previous class about the composition of the Lok Sabha. So, today let us discuss the remaining aspects of the Lok Sabha. So, as I told in the previous class, Speaker and Deputy Speaker are the two important personalities who are responsible for the day to day activities or business of the Lok Sabha. So, for conducting its business, uh, the members of the Lok Sabha elect two members of the House, one Speaker and second Deputy Speaker. So, these two persons normally hold office during the life of the House. First, Speaker of the Lok Sabha. The Speaker is usually a member of the majority party, but once elected as the Speaker, he has to conduct the business of the House impartially. The Speaker will have the final power to maintain order within the House of People and to interpret its rules of procedure. In the absence of the quorum, it will be the duty of the Speaker to adjourn the House or to suspend the meeting until there is a quorum. The Speaker enjoys vast powers to ensure the smooth and orderly conduct of the business of the House. Unless a member is called upon or permitted by the Speaker to speak, he cannot speak in the House. The Speaker may ask a member to withdraw from the House for a day or part of a day for disorderly behavior. So, when a money bill is transmitted from the lower house, I mean from the Lok Sabha to the upper house, so to Rajya Sabha, the Speaker shall endorse on the bill his certificate that it is a money bill. All the parliamentary committees of the Lok Sabha are constituted by him or by the House. All controversial matters are referred to the Speaker for his guidance and his decisions are obeyed. The Lok Sabha Secretariat functions under the discretion and control of the Speaker. The present Speaker of the Lok Sabha is Om Birla, so who is responsible for all the deliberations of the Lok Sabha. So during the sessions, he controls the House. He permits each and every member to express his opinion, to talk about the government and its administration. So we can see the present speaker in the picture. So here is a list of the speakers of the Lok Sabha since 1952. So in 1952, first general elections to Lok Sabha held. So after that, first Lok Sabha election, um, Sri Ganesh Vasudev Madavankar became the first speaker of the Lok Sabha. So here is a list of the speakers. Ganesh Madavankar was the first speaker. So after that, M.A. Iyengar became the speaker of the Lok Sabha. After that, Sardar Mukham Singh became the speaker. So after that, Neelam Sanjeeva Reddy, so who also became the president of India. So before that, in the beginning, so he was a Congress man who held the position of the Speaker of the Lok Sabha. So after that, Gurudiyal Singh Dillon was the fifth Speaker of the Lok Sabha. Then sixth Speaker of the Lok Sabha was Baliram Shaka, Baliram Bhagat. And after that, once again, Neelam Sanjeev Reddy became the Speaker of the Lok Sabha. Then K.S. Hegde, he was also a Speaker of Lok Sabha. Then after that, Balram Chakar was the Speaker. Then Rabi Ray was a Speaker, and Shivraj Patil became the Speaker of the Lok Sabha and completed the term. Then P.A. Sangma, also one of the speakers of the Lok Sabha. So after that, GMC Balayogi from Andhra Pradesh became the speaker, but he died in a helicopter crash. So he was the youngest speaker of the Lok Sabha. Then after that, Manohar Joshi was also one of the speakers. He held the position as the speaker. So after that, Somanatha Chatterjee became the speaker of the Lok Sabha. He was the oldest person who held the position of the speaker of the Lok Sabha. So after that, Meera Kumar, the first women speaker of the Lok Sabha. And after that, Sumitra Mahajan also became the speaker of the Lok Sabha. So now we have the Om Birla as the speaker of the Lok Sabha. So these are the speakers since 1952 to till date. Then deputy speaker. While the office of the speaker is vacant or the speaker is absent from a sitting of the house, the deputy speaker presides over the deliberations of the house and does the work of the speaker. The deputy speaker is the chairman of the budget committee. which approves the budget proposals of the Secretariat before these are sent to the Ministry of Finance for incorporation in the central budget. Thambi Dorai is the present Deputy Speaker of the Lok Sabha. Then powers and functions of the Lok Sabha. Lok Sabha is the most important organ of the Indian polity. It has powers to make laws and control financial matters and give directions regarding the administration of the states. It has ultimate power to make statutes. The powers and functions of the Lok Sabha are legislative functions. The powers enjoyed by the House have given an impression to the people that it is the only lawmaking body in the nation. Lawmaking is the most important function of the House. Being comprised of the members who are directly elected by the people, it has immense powers in the sphere of lawmaking. Lok Sabha is free to make, amend, or annul any law, though this power should not violate the constitutional framework. An ordinary bill can become a law after it has passed by both the houses of the parliament. It can be introduced either in the Lok Sabha or in the Rajya Sabha. When it is passed by one house, it is sent to the other house. After it has secured the approval of both the houses, it becomes a law after the signature of the President. Second function of the Lok Sabha, control over the executive. Article 75, Section 3 of the Constitution declares that the Council of Ministers shall be collectively responsible to the House of the people. In fact, it is responsible before the Lok Sabha for all its acts of commission and omission. The ministers are answerable to the Lok Sabha for their activities and suggestions they give to the President. The Cabinet is responsible only to the Lok Sabha with regard to the policies and programs of the government and the administration of the nation. If the Cabinet fails to fulfill its responsibilities in a satisfactory manner, Lok Sabha can move the no confidence motion against it and bring it down. Thus, the Cabinet continues to be in power as long as it enjoys the confidence of the Lok Sabha. Lok Sabha exercises its powers through the different means of asking questions. The members of the Lok Sabha obtain the necessary information from the government from time to time. The concerned ministers are required to come up with satisfactory answers and explanations for the questions posed to them by the members. The government is under the obligation to provide the demanded information. Attempts to provide false information and unsatisfactory answers may result in the collapse of the government. Moreover, the House exercises its control over the government by subjecting it and its policies to severe criticisms. Third function of the Lok Sabha is to exercise control over finance. The Lok Sabha has absolute control over finances and income of the nation. It also manages the financial affairs. Lok Sabha has the final say in public finance. Money bills and financial bills can be introduced only in the Lok Sabha, not in the Rajya Sabha. First, money bills or financial bills should be introduced in the Lok Sabha. So it is the Lok Sabha which declares as to from which sources and how much money should be raised. It not only provides money for the maintenance of the government but also scrutinizes as to how the allotted money has been spent. Only the Lok Sabha has powers to give consent to the annual budget. Every year in the month of February, the finance minister tables the budget in the Lok Sabha. After detailed discussions are held on the budget, the House can either or reject it. Usually, this House gives its consent to the budget with or without amendments. If the financial bill or the budget fails to successfully pass through the Lok Sabha, the government will have to resign. Since the government cannot run without money. Budget and financial bills introduced in and approved by the Lok Sabha are subsequently sent to the Rajya Sabha. But the powers of the Rajya Sabha with regard to the financial or money bills are ineffective. It has no effective control over the financial matters. It cannot withhold its assent to these bills for more than 14 days. And if Rajya Sabha fails to do so within the stipulated period, the bill shall be deemed to have been approved by the Rajya Sabha and sent to the President for his consent. Fourth function of the Lok Sabha is judicial powers. The Lok Sabha performs several judicial functions also. They are the impeachment proceedings can be taken up against the President in either of the two houses. It also investigates the charges levied by the Rajya Sabha against the Vice President. It can also take a disciplinary action against any member or any citizen who is found by it guilty of committing contempt of the House. Fifth function of Lok Sabha Electoral functions. The Lok Sabha also performs some electoral functions. They are: the elected members of the Lok Sabha take part in the election of the president. Second, members of the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha elect the Vice President of India. Number 3, the members of the Lok Sabha also elect the Speaker and the Deputy Speaker from amongst themselves. Sixth function of the Lok Sabha is amendment of the Constitution. The procedure for amendment of the Constitution of India has been laid down in Article 368. The Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha can together amend all articles of the Constitution with the exception of those which require, along with their approval, a special approval by one half of several state legislatures. Seventh function of the Lok Sabha is other functions, miscellaneous functions. The Lok Sabha also performs some other functions which are listed like this: approval of the ordinances issued by the President. Second, change of the boundaries of the states, creation of new states, and change in the name of a state. Third, changes in the jurisdiction of the Supreme Court and High Courts. Fourth, changes in the qualifications for the membership of the Parliament and state legislatures. Number 5, revision of the salary and allowances of the members of the Parliament. Number 6, constituting or setting up of Joint Public Service Commission for 2 or more states. So these are the important powers and functions of the Lok Sabha. So it has many responsibilities to perform for the efficient and effective administration of the country. So today here I will stop, and I will continue the Rajya Sabha, its composition powers in the next class. Thank you.